African American people. Unlike most of you, I don't go a day without teaching one of us. Now, I want to differentiate too. I got some quick things we got to do. We have some of these terminologies and we don't have to repeat it. But one thing I want to do is repeat the difference between Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Christianity is a religion of sentiments, of feelings. You have a lot of love, a lot of hate, a lot of forgiveness. That's what the low level of Christians read. Not with the Pope, not the Christians I meet with, not people like Father John. They understand the Quran, and the Quran corrects that Christianity. But I'm talking the low level. Says all the love, the ignorant African Americans at Emmanuel AME Church ain't forgave that Caucasian at all. That's conditioning. And I don't want no imam to get up and tell you something that's not the facts. I know our prophet's history. You see here, Sirah. I tell you, I'll contend with any of you all anytime who want to challenge me. Anytime. I'm not here to play, not here to play no games. Now let's continue reading this before we get into it. God guides the sincere follower after the leader passes. Perception, that is what we are in focus now for discussion. Imam W.D. Muhammad, but not perception from the English dictionary or any other dictionary, not perception from my thinking, no perception that is used in the context of revelation. When you get yourself focused, right then you can follow and understand better. Have patience and believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide you after I'm gone the same way he has guided me. It's open to everybody. But you have to be sincere. You have to want it, not selfishly, not to show people you know something, have something. You have to want it not for yourself, but for all people who will receive it and remember those who need it most and take it to them first. If you're in Mississippi, you should be teaching the people who are in Hattiesburg. You have to go and teach the Caucasian. Teach the people there in your area. Teach those African Americans. I heard Imam Muhammad the last Savior's Day almost pleading with the Imam. He couldn't understand why they don't teach African American people. Invite them first. They're the victims. I repeat this. I was teaching in Greenwich Village, very bohemian section. I called the African Americans to me to sell Imam Muhammad's tapes, and some of the tapes I was selling, DVDs. And so the Caucasian said to me, now can I get heard? I said, at first, let me take care of the victims. Isn't that what the prophet did? Isn't that the uswa of the prophet? Isn't that when the blind man came to him, he went over and God corrected him to go to the ones who they self-sufficient. So why I'm going, Caucasians know more about this religion than I do. They don't know more than I do, I'm telling you that. And they don't know more than Imam Warid Muhammad. You know one of the most knowledgeable men about the Al-Islam in America is Imam Warid Muhammad II. What do you mean he's most knowledgeable? He lived in a house with Imam Warid Muhammad. And Imam Muhammad didn't have nobody around him. Even the fools and devils he taught them. Now, he was merciful to everybody. Don't think he was fooled by them people that was around him. Not at all. He was operating as Christ. Well, we're going to get into that. Let's move. But I want to give you this, and then we're going to go into our topic. What kind of doctor will go to strong and healthy people and start administering something to them? They said, doctor, I'm all right. Maybe I can take an aspirin. Just somebody who had no eyes, born blind, and this particular doctor can take care of all those needs. But he goes to one who has no problem in asthma. All you need is an aspirin. Here, let me get my aspirin out. He would be insane or deserving of death right on the spot. What is wrong with some of these imams who think I shouldn't address the serious needs of the African American people? I am one, and I live in their neighborhood. I can't get away from them. I am one. I'm in their community. I have to live with them. I am comfortable living with them, and I don't want to live with other people. Why should I want to live with other people? Something would be wrong with me if they want to live with us and not their own people. Something is wrong with them, so this is just natural. Allah is with us, and he's going to be with us whether I am here or not. And I see signs that he's with many of us. male and female. He's going to stay with us. Don't think what we're going to do when Imam W.D. Muhammad is not with us anymore. The same thing we did then was not, we did when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was not with us anymore. Allah is going to show us the one we're supposed to support. Don't worry about that. This is no farewell message. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Get some courage, people. Get some testicular fortitude, man. And let's hit the streets of America. We got people right in this community, and they're going to put a stop to them, too. That are out here teaching the biography of Prophet Muhammad by some foreign sheikh. Nobody knew Muhammad better than Imam Warid Muhammad. Right. Everybody know Imam Muhammad was not a liar. And he said he got a vision of being under the tree. This is the last Ramadan session. And said there were a whole bunch of hands on the prophet. And his hand was directly under the prophet. Now you know that he didn't lie. So that happened. Now you who are evil, you who are envious, you who are jealous, will never see this. You think it's wrapped up in the Arabic or some Arabic book. No, it's not. It's wrapped up in what God's blessing and his mercy to us. Let's now stay here with the topic. The history of prophets. First, man didn't need a prophet. Because God says, man was made it perfect as a human being. Adam was perfect until he slipped. Get that? When Satan, the baby is innocent. The baby is the example of innocent society. There are still primitive societies that don't know war. Allah has preserved them. So this tells us only will a prophet come when man has erred. And Allah then put stages, probably 144,000. But let me tell you something now. You big head scientists, there are few of you in here, most of you in here not. Most of you are righteous believers, sincere students, but maybe a few big head scientists have heard it. And let me tell you something, I'm very good at busting big head scientists. Only if you bring a crowd. I've offered this to Minister Farrakhan. Not no private discussion. Bring your people, bring that crowd, and he never challenges me. He said, I don't want to challenge that brother. No, because you know he's going to be made a liar. Some of you in here, Mariam, tell him I said that. But when I heard Imam Warid Muhammad in 1973, that was the end of Minister Farrakhan as my minister. I left the temple. Came to Chicago. It was Minister Wallace D. Muhammad. Came in with a FOI uniform, with a spring tie. It was 1 hour late. And I said to him, man, he said, you were observing me back there? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, you are the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's son. You're 1 hour late. And you come with the message to the black man, palm to your finger like that, and you never mention it. I said, you absolutely attracted my attention. Because I had been praying for somebody who could give me understanding. Now, I didn't get it right away. I ain't going to lie to you. I still believe in Yaqub. I still believe the Honorable Elijah Muhammad would die. This is 1973. But I sure had hope that something was going to happen. Because I had grown up in the church. I had loved Dr. King. I had loved the sincere preachers. And I wanted an understanding. So the history of the prophets, the point I want to make to you, there's only one prophet established in history. And he was a businessman. You have his handwriting. This is all go against what the traditional scholars say. I know they tell you he was illiterate. But if a man could write, obviously he was not illiterate. He was illiterate in scripture. He paid no attention to the Jews. He paid no attention to the Christians. But he was educated in his own tradition, and they have his handwriting. He was a writer, but he was illiterate in scripture. He was often a sincere man, was born of a virgin. Oh, born of a virgin. Yes, a virgin society. That's what scripture. You think God would waste your time to give you terms, to talk to you about something common? No, God would never waste your time. A dog knows about sex. So God didn't taught me reproducing nobody. Said, get out of that baby childlike language. And some of you who are Muslim have come to Imam Muhammad and you have gone back into that crazy church-like environment. I was telling the brother over there now, the big preachers, I name them, I won't name any of them. I love them. I'm telling you, I do. I love them. I'm telling you, I teach them. I teach them. I have one right now that listens to me every Sunday. So much so I told him, I said, Reverend, I'm worried about you. He said, what? Why? I said, man, the AME boys know you're listening to me. He posted on Facebook. He's listening. He said, I don't care nothing about that. He said, the only thing I haven't figured out is how to bring the message the way you bring it. Listen, had another one down at Tuskegee. He's coming here too, Christian Convention. He said the same thing. He said, I don't believe in the Trinity. He said, but I just want to know how to bring the message. So don't think we are helpless. Don't think that people are listening to Imam W.D. Muhammad. They're studying him. And when you get strong enough, and when you give the support, I'm just a person here to help. I believe Allah, I know He has raised me up. Raised me up. Imam said he was born for the mission. I was born for the mission to broadcast Him. I don't need an official title. Some of y'all come, oh, Alfred, he wanted to be in the mosque, he wanted to be the spoke. I don't need any of that. When I was no longer the Imam in Baltimore, the devil ran me out. Man, Muhammad sent me there. See, let me take my status very seriously here. I wasn't made an Imam by any of the Imams. I wasn't made an Imam by the captain. Brother Abu Aziz know me. I was attacking the corrupt, deceptive leaders in New York in 1973 when they had an order to kill me. I'm talking with captains that would kill you. But I had a good captain in New York. He knew I was truthful. He knew I was honest. And he wouldn't let nothing happen to me. But the rest didn't like me. I told them that people shouldn't be selling papers like that. They shouldn't be, and you could get killed for that. They put you in the river. And they desired. And I would see good, innocent brothers like him, and I would drop little hints on them. Brother, you sure the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wanted us to do that? I never thought he would do that. I already done heard Imam Muhammad. But I'm making this point that Allah raises up a leader as Imam Muhammad and raises others of us up to help him. And I would be less than a man, less than a human being to help him, not to help Imam Muhammad. And I don't come trying to tell him anything. I don't come as his uncle. I don't come as his big boss. I watch y'all shot callers. I done stopped most of you. You won't go around and calling him Wallace in public no more. You won't go around talking to him like he's a kid. You don't know, I've been around. I've been in, this will be my 60th year in ministry. I never wanted to be a preacher. God made me do this. And when I came to Chicago and I told Imam Muhammad, I tell you this, I know the liars, they'll tell you this later on. I ain't inviting nobody hell. I'd gone back to the academic world. I'd also decided, I was so upset with the crooked leaders. But one day I was here in 1978, Brother Imam, and somebody stole my ticket. And a brother told me, he said, brother, you should go and hear. The Imam is going to be teaching. They call him the chief. The chief is going to be teaching. This is February 1970. We have Ethnic Survivors Day. And it was like something took hold of me. The Imam was up there and on Stony Island. He was